Welcome. Good evening. Uh, this is day 5 of the 10-day challenge. So if you're not already on your cushion, seated on your mat, go ahead and come into your comfortable seat and just take a moment to land into the spot that you're in. Allow your eyes to close as you begin to check in with your body. Begin to notice if there are any sensations in your body that you're aware of, particularly things that might affect the way that you practice. So if you are rehabbing any injuries, remember always that you can skip or modify things that we do. In addition to that, notice any sensations that might be related to the way that you've used your body today. So, if you have a very physical job, if you've perhaps not been doing a lot of activity, sometimes these things affect how we feel as well. So, just check in. How's your body feeling today? All right, we'll join our palms in front of the heart. Interlace the fingers, press the palms forward and up toward the ceiling. Just begin to reach up through one hand and up through the other side, left and right a few times. Give a little tug on the fingers, sensing down each arm and side of the torso. All right, let your hands separate. Take them behind your back. Interlace the fingers there. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. I like to keep my elbows bent here so that I get this feeling of opening across the chest. Sometimes when I focus more on straightening the arms, I actually feel less opening across the chest. So, may or may not be the case for you, but just create this sense of opening across your chest and then begin to turn your head from side to side. All right, and then reach the chin up and drop it down. Again, lifting up and dropping down. All right, so as you bring your head back up to center, release the hands and then just let your hands rest on your thighs. We'll do seated cat and cow here. So as you next inhale, take your chest forward as well as your belly. Let your head go back and reach your tailbone back. All right, so that's the inhale. And then as you exhale, tuck your tailbone under, round your back, and bring your chin down toward your chest. Again, inhale, chest and belly forward. Head and tail go back. Exhale as you round. Twice more like that. Inhale. And exhale. All right, one more. All right, as you bring your torso back up to neutral, we'll let the hands come to rest on the floor and just let your right hand walk out a little bit. Take that left arm up and over. And as you reach with your left hand, squeeze and release the fingers, as well as rotate through the wrist. All right, as you next inhale, lift up. And as you exhale, release your left hand, slide it out, lean into it, sweep your right arm up and over, squeeze and release the fingers, as well as rotate through the wrist. All right, with your next inhale, lift up. And with your exhale, release your hand. All right, so extend the right leg out to the side. Left leg is still folded in. And then we'll just start to walk the right hand down the right leg. And then you'll stop whenever you have plenty of sensation in the back of your right leg. Just pause there and then start to move your left shoulder back. So it feels like your torso is somewhat in the same plane as your straight leg. May not go all the way, but that's the direction that you're going. All right, so from here, now take the left arm up and over. All right, one more breath. All right, slowly come up. Release this left hand to the floor behind you. Take your right hand over to your left knee. And then inhale, grow tall, lifting up through the top of the head. And then exhale, slowly twist to the left. As you turn your head to look back behind you, maintain the twist from your shoulders down, but then turn your head back over toward the right. See if you can spot your right big toe. And then just keep turning the head from side to side, looking back, and then looking back over to the right. A couple more times at your own speed. All right, now begin to unravel the twist from head and neck, from shoulders, from the rest of your torso, and then switch your legs. Take the left leg out, draw the right leg in, and then we'll just start by walking the left hand down the left leg. And you can stop at whatever point you need to stop here based on how much you're feeling in the back of your left leg. All right, and then the right shoulder is going to go back in space as though both of your shoulders could be in the same plane as your straight leg. So don't get too hung up on the exact angles of things, but that's just sort of the direction that it's going in. All right, right arm comes up and over. Mm. All right, take one more breath. And then slowly come on up. Take that right hand to the floor behind you. Left hand across to the right knee. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale as you twist. Turning your head to look back. And then slowly turn your head to look back over toward the left. See if you can spot your left big toe. And then just keep turning the head side to side a few times. All right, so begin to unravel from your head and neck, from your shoulders, and the rest of the torso. All right, so we'll transition on to our backs. All right, as you come down onto your back, take the right knee in toward your chest. Just give it a squeeze. Begin to move the right knee a little bit side to side. And then start to rotate through your right ankle. Wiggle and scrunch the toes. All right, release your arms to the floor and then move that rotation into your hip so that your right knee starts to draw a big circle in space. A few times in one direction. And a few times the opposite way. All right, so the next time your right knee comes in, go ahead and catch it again. Pick your head up so your forehead comes near your right knee. Take a breath. And then release your head. Take your right knee over toward the floor on the left side. Now, if it's possible to bring your right knee all the way to the floor, that's fine to do. If you need or want a little support, if you've got a block or similar, you can place that underneath. And then just let your arms stack so that your right hand is on top of your left hand and your fingers are kind of reaching in the direction you're looking. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, sweep your right arm up and over toward the floor behind you. At least twice more like that. As you inhale, hands come back together, fill the body up. Exhale as you twist. All right, one more, breathing in. And breathing out. And then make any subtle little shift to your position, if needed, to be even just a little bit more comfortable. So maybe you take your left hand to your top knee. Maybe you turn your head gently side to side. All right, one more round of breath. And now as you gradually roll onto your back, take that same right knee back into your chest, giving it a squeeze. Hold it there. Then also bend your left knee. Left foot comes to the floor, and then cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Bring the legs in toward the chest, reaching through for that left leg. You can grab around the shin or behind the knee. Either way, rock a bit side to side. All right, one more round of breath. Now, as you release your feet down to the floor, step them as wide as your mat, and then just start to sway the knees from side to side. All right, this time take your left knee into your chest. Give it a squeeze. Move it a bit from side to side. And start to rotate through your left ankle. Move the toes, wiggle them a bit in space. All right, now keep your leg drawn in as you release your arms down to the floor. And then move the rotation into your hip by having your left knee draw a big circle in space. A couple of times in one direction. And a couple times the opposite way. So the next time your left knee comes in toward your chest, give it a squeeze, pick your head up. Bring your forehead toward your knee, take a breath. And then as you release your head, now take your left knee over toward the floor on the right side. And again, maybe your knee comes all the way to the floor. Maybe you wish to put a block or a pillow underneath it. And then stack your arms so that your left hand is on top of your right hand. Take a breath in. And exhale as you send your left arm up and over towards the floor behind you. And twice more like that, breathing in. And breathing out. And one more, breathing in. And breathing out. And then just make sure that your twist is as comfortable as possible. So if any little shift needs to happen, like the direction that you turn your head or where you place your hands, let yourself make those shifts and adjustments. And just simply feel the body breathing itself. Breath flowing in and down toward the belly and back up and out through the nose. All right, after your next round of breath, guide that same left knee back to center and back into your chest, holding it there. Also, bend your right knee, bring the right foot to the floor, and then cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Bringing the legs in, reach through for your right leg, and just rock a bit from side to side. All right, release both feet down to the floor, step them as wide as the mat, and gently sway your knees from side to side. All right, and then from here, go ahead and turn over onto your front. As you turn over onto your front, just walk your elbows forward so they're roughly underneath your shoulders. Gently press down into your arms, lift your heart, reach it forward, and turn the head side to side. As well as lifting and lowering the chin. All right, as you lower your heart down to the floor, cross the hands, let your head rest on your hands that are crossed. Lift your feet so your knees are bent, and then just sway your feet from side to side. All right, release your feet down to the floor. Take your right arm out to the side. Turn your head over to the left and rest your head on the floor. And then scoot your left knee up and out to the side. So you're starting to turn your chest away from the right arm and shoulder. Now, this left hand might stay down on the floor as you gently press into that left hand. You might also start to take a slightly different position with the legs, with your left leg on top of your right leg, or even step that left foot back toward the space behind you. But where you place your legs is partly going to depend on how it feels in that right shoulder. So you're not looking for super intense sensation, just a little sense of opening in that right shoulder. So again, that might mean your left knee stays down on the mat. It might mean your legs are stacked. It might mean you step your left foot back. Either way, take 3 deep breaths. And so after your third breath, gradually roll back onto your front. Take that right arm to rest alongside your torso. Pause a moment at center. Deep breath in and out. And now we'll do the second side. So now it'll be the left arm going directly out from the shoulder. Head turns over to the right. Scoot your right knee up and out to the side. Head rests on the floor. Now your right hand is gently pressing down to help your chest turn away from the outstretched arm, the left arm this time. And again, you might keep your right knee down. You might decide to stack your legs if that feels okay. Or you might step your right foot back in space. Again, just looking for enough sensation in the body to hold your attention, but not something so intense that it feels painful or uncomfortable. All right, take 3 rounds of breath. After your third breath, gradually roll back onto your front. Let that left arm come to rest alongside the torso. Again, just pausing. Deep breath in and out. All right, press yourself up onto hands and knees. And then sit back towards your feet into child's pose. Recalling, of course, that in child's pose, your knees can be close together or apart. As you bring your torso forward, your head might come to the floor, might come to rest on a block or your hands. But just begin to feel the breath flowing in and down toward the belly and back up and out through the nose. All right, take one more breath. All right, come back into a comfortable seat. As you come into your seat, we'll join the palms in front of the heart. As we bow to the light within ourselves, we also bow to the light within each other. Namaste. Thank you again for joining me for practice. See you again next time. Bye-bye.